Welcome to the virtual annual meeting of the DGG 2021. In this video, we will show you how to get to the virtual platform where you can take part in the online conference. The first thing you will most likely see is the starting page of the DGG meeting. You can here easily go down to conference website and you can click on access the conference website and the conference website will show up. Now we are on our virtual conference platform. And the first thing you have to do is to log in to this platform. The easiest way to do it is just to click here on Anmelden, and then you have to type in your email address. And now you can create your account. You need your registration number for that, your Zugangscode, which you have received via email, and you can type in a password and a name you want to be associated with. And then you, of course, have to check these license terms here, and then you can continue to log in. Once you've done that, you will receive an automatic email to the email address you were putting in earlier, and this you have to, of course, respond to, or you have to click a link to then activate your account in this virtual conference system. And now you are on the DGG virtual conference platform. The first thing you may do is to change your profile information. For that, you just click on the upper left and you can now edit your profile information. You can, for example, set a photo, which everybody can see when you see your name and it is attached to your name, but you can also put in your title, your affiliation, you can put your email addresses and the name which is shown, and you can set some checks if you want to be if it should be possible to contact you via email or in the chat function, which is also embedded in the system. So let's have a quick look into the general structure of the conference system. So on the uppermost, you will see Home. This always brings you back to this start page. So if you get lost in the system, you can always click Home and you will be on this starting page again. The next one is Sponsors, and we can click on it and look into it. This is listing all the institution partners, industry partners, and everybody who is supporting DGG21. So great thanks to all these sponsors who are sponsoring this year's event. The next one is very important for you and most likely one of the points you will have a detailed look into. This is our program. So in program, you can easily scroll down and see the different programs which are happening. It's always listed with time and date. For example, we can click here to the opening ceremony on Monday morning, and once you want to access it, you can be part of a video conference which will be streamed on Zoom, and you can easily just click the web meeting link and a Zoom window will open. At this stage, we recommend to install Zoom on your computer, so to download Zoom .us as a software which makes it way easier to access all the content from the DGG21 meeting, and you will get all your video streams and live streams through Zoom video conferencing tool. Coming to the next time, which is to the next step here, or to the next folder structure, which is the Sitzungstypen. Here you can see all the different types of agenda or of types of meetings are listed here. You can see on the top, we have the Plenarvorträge, Vorträge, E-Poster, DGG-Veranstaltung, Workshop or SEG Workshop. They are all listed in different colors, and you may recognize these different colors in the program guide. Coming to the different topics, so you know DGG has different topics, which are Themen in German. And here you can access all the different topics you're interested in. For example, let's go to the amphibious geophysics. We can click on it and you see the session on amphibious geophysics, when it takes place and when you can access it. Once it is there, for example, you can just click on it and start the Zoom conference at the time this session takes place. Coming to one of the most important sections, these are the e-posters. E-posters during the DGG21 meeting here in Kiel are most likely the most important presentation style. So you see here e-posters. They look pretty familiar to posters, which you know from the normal conferences in presence. You can go through these posters, you can check these posters, you can also click on these posters and then have a detailed look into the poster, and you see in which session the posters are happening and how you can get into contact with the presenter, for example. You can put here, you can click here, neue Frage stellen, and then you can ask a question to the presenter, which will be then saved in the system, and you can have access to these questions. So the e-poster section is really important. As I said, you can just browse through all the posters during the entire conference. So from Monday to Friday, these posters are all available, and you can have a detailed look and get into contact with the authors. The next button in the conference system is Mein Kongress, My Congress. What does it mean? So if you click on it, you see there are the different sessions and panels listed here, and you can generate your own session program. For example, we can go to the program, and let's say you want to listen to the DGG opening ceremony. You can set here a star, and then once you go to Mein Kongress, you will see, if we go to program, for example, that this one is listed here. This is very nice, or it's a very nice tool to get an overview of what kind of sessions or what type of sessions, where you're interested in, to make up your own calendar or time plan for the DGG21 week. Once we go a little bit down, on the next button is Teilnehmende. So all the members of DGG, or everybody who is participating in this virtual conference, will be listed here. Of course, this depends on your personal settings. If you said, I don't want to be listed in this list, you won't be shown up here. But everybody who checked that she or he will be listed here, and you can easily get in contact with different participants of DGG. Let's just say you want to go and contact me, you can click on it, and you can, for example, send me an email or get in contact with me. The next button in the menu structure is Suchen, search. So here you can type in any search name. If you're looking for a session, for an author, for anything, you can type in here your search request, and then you will get hopefully your result. The last button in the menu structure is the Support and Hilfe section, where you can find the frequently asked questions, which may help you to solve your problems. This section may increase during the conference, as we do expect to have more questions coming up. So always, if you have a problem, just check the frequently asked questions before sending an email to the conference team. This was a general overview about the conference platform. More detailed information will follow in the following, and we will discuss a little bit more, or I will show you a little bit more how each menu point or structure is working to hopefully solve any issues with that. So let's now have a closer look into the program menu structure, on the program button. So once you click the program button, you will come to this this site here. And for example, you can click here on the DGG opening event again. It is to say that once you have joined a morning session or an afternoon session and you joined in a Zoom meeting, the Zoom meeting will stay the same for the morning and the afternoon sessions, or the afternoon sessions, and you can stay for the entire program in the same meeting room. So there is no need to change Zoom rooms in between, for example, the morning session. But let's now have a closer look into that. You see there are also some small menu buttons on the top. So for example, we can now highlight this to save it to our personal program. So the introduction or the introduction meeting or the Eröffnungsveranstaltung is now marked in my program. We can also say that we want to have a call on that, so that we want to be reminded on this event, or we can also put notes for ourselves, and we can type in here some notes why we want to visit this meeting or this special session, for example. So we can save the notes, and we are back here. Once you want to join in this meeting, you can just click here on the web meeting link, and Zoom will open up and you can join the meeting. If there's any reason why you are not able to access the Zoom meeting directly via the link, you can also use this passcode listed here in this reddish box to access the meeting. Sometimes this passcode is also written in the description of each session so that you can easily access it with your Zoom client. Let's now have a look here into this special talk, so into this talk from Wolfgang Svelius, and we see that there are also different options you can choose for. For example, you can say Frage stellen. So you can ask Wolfgang a personal question. So this button helps you to write a personal question here to the author. But there's also another button. I have to check that. But there's also another button which is an Diskussion teilnehmen. So this is if you want to take part in a public discussion. So if there's a discussion about a talk or a theme or a session going on, you can click on an Diskussion teilnehmen, and then you're coming to this menu. Of course, here at the moment there is no discussion going on, but there might be something going on in the near future. Coming to the e-posters. If you want to join one of the e-poster sessions, which I personally recommend to do, you can easily access it here. For example, in your program, we have here the session on marine geophysics, and it starts on Monday from 1:20 to 1:50 in the afternoon. And you can again just click here on the link to access the Zoom meeting. At this point, we have to recommend to use an installed Zoom client and not Zoom in your browser. Because once you have the client, you will be able to join different breakout sessions or breakout rooms in Zoom, which makes it way more accessible for you and easier for the moderators of the session to handle the different speakers and questions. You can also see here, if you go down, all the different posters which you may check in detail. So you have the abstracts, you can again ask a question, you can again, if you want to, start a discussion on each poster, and so you can easily browse through the poster. If you are browsing especially through the poster program, don't be confused. Sometimes there are sessions where you get a reference to a mixed session. This means these specific sessions didn't get enough contributions and they were merged with other sessions which can be then found in the poster program and accessed. So all the individual topics will still be covered, but in a mixed session rather than a single session. During oral sessions which are held in Zoom webinar, you will not be able to chat directly with any of the authors. But you can still use the chat function of this platform to contact the author or to discuss with the author directly. If you want to get into contact with our sponsors, you can easily do that. And you can do that during the entire conference. You can just click on one of the sponsors, for example. You can go here to the DGG Veranstaltung. You can, for example, on Monday from 12:45 to 1:20. You can go here and you will see that you can go again to a web link, which will not bring you to a Zoom meeting, but rather to a more interactive platform, which is wonder.me, where you can log in with the password DGG2021 and experience by yourself this nice interactive platform. To get the best user experience in this conference platform, we recommend to use Safari, Chrome or Firefox as a web browser, which gave us during testing the best results.